Okay, so welcome back everyone to another LEGO Star Wars 2014 Winter Set Review. I am General J. Smith, otherwise known as Josh, and I will be reviewing this for you today and building it. So, if this is your first video watching me, basically what I do with these sort of smaller sets, as you can see it is in the box, so I build them, like a flash speed build in front of you, and then I will review it. So yeah, I'm also going to compare it to the 2006 viewing, and I will be comparing the figures to these two in a minute. Anyway, so today we have the V-Wing Starfighter, the newest version from 2014 obviously. Set number 75039, ages 7 to 12, comes with 201 pieces, and is £20, and I assume it will be $20 or $25. So, yeah. Like my previous review, which was on Jedi Interceptor, this is one of those sets where I'm not sure I have as many sales as others, because the thing is, it's not inherently a bad set. I want to stress that. In fact, I think it looks very accurate to the actual one. The thing is, though, there are so many other really good sets in this line. You know, you've got the battle packs, you've got the ATAP, you know, all these different things. They are so awesome, and I feel, you know, that people can't afford every single set. So, I feel this may be one of the sets which people have to sacrifice and won't buy as many of. But nonetheless, it is still a cool set. I haven't actually opened it yet, but I just, you know, from the box art. But anyway, so, we have two new figures. Well, it says they're new anyway. And yeah, so let's start building, I suppose. Alright, so, I hope you enjoyed that speed build of it. Yeah. You get these two extra pieces. I only get two extra pieces. Spare pieces, whatever. So, yeah. So yeah, it was a good build. I mean, you know, nothing particularly special about it. Yeah, it was alright. I didn't really see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything particularly awesome about it. It was just alright. So yeah, anyway. So, I will be comparing it to this. And I'm also going to be comparing it to the Imperial one, actually. So, yeah, so, bit of history on it. The V-Wing Starfighter, we saw it, like, very briefly in Episode 3. We saw it when it was escorting, like, Palpatine's shuttle, and it was, you know, after Anakin was burnt and all that, it escorted him back to Coruscant. We also saw it, I think this is the Imperial version, however, we also saw it, you know, like, flying past the camera, I suppose, when you see, like, that shot with all the Star Destroyers and everything, so, yeah. So we do see it very briefly. It has been in a lot of games. This is, I suppose you could say, it's the third variant, because it doesn't actually technically say Republic V-Wing Starfighter, it just says V-Wing Starfighter, so technically I suppose it would be the third variant of this particular vehicle. Personally, I think it's definitely the best. I think it's the most accurate. And yeah, so let's get into it, I suppose. Right, so we get two new figures. Now, it just says in the box, V-Wing Pilot. So, yeah, he comes with a little pistol. Nothing particularly special. I'm glad it doesn't come with those new pistols, because I don't really like them. We'll just take that off. Alright, so, let's start with the legs. He doesn't have any leg printing. By the way, that blue, well, if you can call that blue, it's very, very, very pale blue, bordering on white, you know, greyish white. That is not the blue we see in perhaps this pilot, or the old one. That is not the same blue. You know. Same with the arms. The hands are white, but you know, the legs and the arms are like more greyish and things. Unfortunately, I do not have Palpatine shuttle. We got in like 2010 or something. But the pilot, I remember in that one, was very, very close to this. So yeah. This one. Comparing to these three. You see, it is far, not even as bold as the old one. So I have no idea what that is. I assume that's meant to be intentional, because obviously this is a newer figure, so if it were meant to be more bold, then it would be. Maybe the actual film is not very bold. But yeah. Nothing really that special. To be honest, I prefer the other backs of the other troopers. However, technically it is new, so. Cool. So, it comes with the same helmet mold, and in fact, well, very nearly the same helmet printing as the one we got in the Arc 170. This one's more Republic, though. You know, you can just sort of, you know. Cool. Got Republic symbols and everything, you know, got that black line going up. Very plain on the back. Nothing. Show there. Cool. If you take off the helmets and look at the so I think the torso on the new one's a bit more outlined, a bit more detailed. But that might just because my figure's old, so they might be exactly the same. But I mean the tubes are more detailed, and you know, a few other things. So yeah. So that's cool. Very similar. Really the only difference is the head and the helmet, I suppose. But you know, they are very, very similar. And the colour of the arms, obviously, and the legs. But yeah. On the heads, I'm not sure this is completely new. I think you've had this head before, this printing. I know in the Imperial version we got like an entirely black version of it. You can check out my review of the Imperial V-Wing if you want to. It was basically the same printing as this, except completely black. You know, so pretty much the complete opposite of the colours on this one. You know, sort of looks like he's wearing sunglasses. But yeah. Very basic. Nothing really. And then when you put the helmet on, it just looks like that. So off, on. So there you go. Nothing really to say about him. So yeah, I mean, he's unique. Technically, he's new. So it's cool to have him. But he's not really my favourite pilot in the whole world. I mean, I prefer these sort of clone pilots where you can actually sort of see the face, but with like the orange tinted thing. But I think it's accurate, so it's good for the V-Wing. You know, I definitely glad we got. I'm glad Lego made us a new one. Yeah, because you know, even though it's a cool new figure, so thank you for that. So let's just and then the next figure. We get an Astromech droid. Now, what does it say on the box? Oh no, it just says Astromech droid. That's his name, apparently. Unfortunately, he does not get an actual number, which is sad. Please leave in the comments if you can, like, guess or whatever his CT number. No, that's clones, isn't it? Whatever, his Astromech number. But he's basically, you know, the same as our D2 and every other Astromech, except obviously in red. Yeah, I'll show you how he attaches on the V-Wing in a minute. Comparing him to, perhaps, this guy, R2-D2, the new one, you see it's pretty much exactly the same printing, except obviously in red. So yeah. Cool. Cool. I don't know why the red sort of stops there. On that, like, panel thing, I don't know why it just stops there. That seems strange, but okay. It does. Cool. You can just sort of examine by yourself, you know. It's actually a bit of a lighter red than the red you see on the viewing. So it's actually a bit of a lighter red, you know. Okay. And there you go. That's basically him. So yeah, technically he's new as well, but yeah. If you want to build your astromech army, then there you go. A new astromech, and you can name him what you like. So yeah. On to the set. Right, so it is the most accurate version of the V-Wing you've ever got, which I'm proud to say. I do like the V-Wing, just like the design of the vehicle. Slightly different to other designs we've got, especially with the folding wings, how they happen and things. But yeah, it's a good variant. Unfortunately though, like my last review, which was on the Jedi Interceptor, I do feel this set may not do too well. I may have mentioned this before, but because the thing is, you know, when you got sets like, I don't know, the droid gunship. By the way, I just took that out of the box next to me. I'm actually going to build it. You know, when you got things like that, which are really cool sets, which a lot of people are going to buy, you know, they can't afford every set. Therefore, some sets obviously won't be bought as much as others. This one, I feel many people have to sacrifice getting, you know, to get the other sets. So, yeah, it's definitely not a bad set. It's a good set, good price, but, well, yeah. Anyway, though, let's get into the features. I think this is the best V-Wing we've ever had, actually. So, yeah, best viewing to date. These are all stickers, unfortunately. Sticker, 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 sticker. Under that sticker. These are also both stickers. But there's obviously this cockpit. Just move the camera. This cockpit can open. So that's the sticker inside. I love this sticker. It's sort of, I love that sort of bit of detailing and everything. Also, this is curious. The fact it has one sticker this side, right? And it doesn't that side. I don't know why. It doesn't say anything. It just says, you know, and on the sticker sheet, there's only one. I don't know if that's accurate. Maybe it is. But that's cool. I love the way, when you put the cockpit down, it sort of comes up to that line. Or at least it's meant to. My sticking skills are just awful. But it's meant to come up to that line. Yeah, so. I really like that. So yeah, that's the sticking. You have some landing gear under here. The only actual bit of folding landing gear is this, and it's a very simple piece. Just take it off. See? You know, very simply. You can go down. And then it will rest on that and this. This is just a clear piece with like one of those smooth things underneath. You don't actually need this though, you can take it off I think. Because, you know, it just rests on that and now the tips of the wings. See, and it's perfectly fine. So you don't actually need, you don't actually need this piece, but we'll just leave that on there anyway. Okay. So yeah, the cockpit opens. What other features? Yeah, I suppose let's check on the main feature. The main feature is obviously what the V-Wing does. It is the fact that these wings do fold down like that. Which is different to how the Republic, like the old Republic ones did. The old Republic ones came out like this, and whatever, and all that stuff. And the Imperial ones do the same, except their guns are pointing downwards. On the new one, the guns are pointing upwards. And you fold it this way, so that's just a little thing. The guns are, I think, definitely look very the actual ones. If you actually look at the V-Wing, the guns look very, very, very similar to this. Very cool. Very simple mechanism, as you can just sort of see there, you know, the cogs moving. Cool. Nothing really to say. These are stickers also, by the way, on each side. Oh yeah, underneath, if I try and move the light, underneath you see 1, 2 of these new, you know, shooter things. Just like the Jedi Interceptor, it does have 2, which you can both flick. So I'll put, by the way, you get 3 of these. So you have 2 in there and 1 spare. Yeah. Okay, so you put 1 in, get the other, hit the click. By the way, just listen. I'm not sure if you can hear that. But that's what that is, spring. You can put it in either way if you want to. So I suppose I could. Oh no, I couldn't put it in that way. But I could if I wanted to, like if I had it on its own. That's the spring moving around, because the spring has nothing to keep it there if there's no missile in. Right, so simply you just push it down in its socket and it will fire. Let's push them both down at once. Hang on. Yeah, so there you go. And in the very likely case that you will lose them, you do get another one. So that's cool. Compared to the Republic one then, lengthwise, see, this one's a lot longer. Well, a bit longer. It's definitely wider. Actually, it's not that much wider. It just looks so much more like an actual V-Wing. If you play like Battlefront 2, and 1 I think, then you'll know what a proper V-Wing looks like, and it looks so much like this. However, there is one major flaw which none of these V-Wings, Imperial, you know, Republic, or any of them have. It is the fact that the wings, or at least on the Republic one anyway, the wings are not meant to fold like this. The wings, right, if you have it in this position, the wings are then meant to fold downwards. So they're meant to like a scissor thing. I showed this more in my, when I did the comparison review of these two. But they're meant to move down, you know, like that, and that's how it's meant to fold. It's not actually meant to fold like this or anything. Also, by the way, one of the good things, you may notice, obviously this one doesn't have any supports. It just goes down as far as, this one doesn't either. This can go that far, or that far, or anything. But they've changed on this one. Now, they've put these pegs. So now that, you know, that's as far as it can go. It cannot go any further down. And they've done that with all of them. You know, put pegs under there. So that's cool. I like the way that, you know, you can now pose them in the proper position. So that's cool. By the way, if you can open these, I don't know what the purpose of opening these is, but that is a sticker. Yeah, I'll show you what that's for in a minute. Engines on the back. And them. Oops. Ah. Yeah. So there you go. I definitely prefer the new one more than the old one. So cool. So it just flies around shooting things. Compared to the Imperial one, it's actually not, actually no, well, that's not fair. I need to put it like this. It's actually not as long. So there you go, it's not as long as the Imperial one. It is definitely wider though. So yeah, there you go. Let's put our guy in. You can put his gun in if you want. There's only one like plate in there to put him in. And there you go. He sits down. Very easy to see him. Now the astromech, unfortunately the astromech is obviously meant to go in fully. Obviously in the actual Star Wars universe he doesn't sort of half go in. However, LEGO have tried their best and they can't actually fit him in there because obviously all the mechanism to control this is in there. They'd never be able to master this. I would have no idea how to do this. So the best they've done so far, normally like on other models, they've just taken off the head and put him in. And then the Imperial one, well, that one isn't there, but it's the same thing. On this one, they've made him swivel, which is a bit better, I suppose. I mean, yeah, it's not as good as having the whole astromech in there, obviously, but obviously there's only so much you can do with Lego bricks. So you basically just take off his head, put it in, and there you go. And now we can spin. That's awesome. Spin around. And with them down, you can still spin it. Barely. But you need to... Yeah, so... That's cool. And then they fly away. Yeah. So that's cool. I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of the V-Wing, like in the Republic, you know, Air Force, I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of it is. In Battlefront 2, it's like meant to be a bomber or something, but I don't think that's the actual use for it. But I don't know, maybe it is. So, yeah. I don't know what class it is. So, But nonetheless, it's a cool ship. Obviously, the V, you know, when they say V, they probably mean, what do they mean? I don't know, something. Like, you know, if you hold it from a certain angle, it may look like a V, or like two Vs. Or, no? I don't know. I don't know what angle at the moment, but I did. I used to know. But anyway, so, yeah. So there you go. Let's go into the instructions, I suppose. So yeah, it's a good set. Move these out the way. Right, so let's go into the instructions. Okay. Put the landing gear down. Right, so, average size instructions, I think. Very little in the back. This is it. This is the last page. You have, you know, just the Lego Star Wars thing. Internet guide. And yeah, that's your inventory. It comes with 2 bags. So, cool. Yeah, nothing really to say about that. Comes with 2 bags. Speed up the build. Yeah, fine instructions, average size, what you think. There you go. Onto the box. Again, average box. Actually, it's quite thick, considering for $20 set. I don't know what to compare it to, but it seems quite thick. Anyway, or maybe it's just me. I don't know. Anyway, so in the corner, get these guys. New. Oops, dropping everything. I'm not sure what planet this is. I think it's Coruscant, because of the thing. So yeah, get the new Darth Vader. What's that? I don't know what planet that is. Probably one of Coruscant's moons. On top, just get the V-Wing here. You get its features. Yeah, it moves up and down. These things fire. Moves up. So yeah, you can fire those things. I don't particularly mind. Well, I do sort of mind these new missiles. On this one, not as much. Now, I talked about this in my previous review. However, like on the Battle of Saleucami, for example, with that Bark Speeder, I didn't like it there because it was so blatantly obvious and it just made it look, you know, I just didn't like it at all. Here it's not as bad, however, it's still quite delicate. And it does poke out a bit, so, I mean, you know, it's alright if you hold it like this or something. But, you know, you might accidentally push it. And if you're accidentally pushing it, then you may lose it. So, yeah. So I'm not a incredible fan, you know, I would have been fine with Flick-Fire missiles, to be honest. So, yeah. But, anyway, that is the set. So, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you really like to, give it a favourite. Please leave comments down below, you know, anything you want. Ask any questions, I will answer them. And yeah, so, and obviously please subscribe to my channel. I have got all the 2014 sets. I have done quite a few of them now. And I'll be doing all the rest, obviously, as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. The next review you'll be seeing will be on this, the General Grievous wheel bike. I really can't wait to get General Grievous out. But anyway, so you'll be seeing that soon. And I will be seeing you in my next review, next video. So, see ya.